So 2 New York moments I want to share with you that I've had recently. New York moment, like near, fucking New York City moment.
I know how you doing.
First one, don't feel attacked. It's about Italians.
There's always something about. We've been
New York
consistent.
City. It's New York City. It's
I mean,
part of
the Italians have been run out of the city. I feel.
What?
Come on.
What?
I feel like the Italians aren't here anymore.
They're in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And they've always been in Brooklyn?
Bronx, Brooklyn. They kind of bounced around a little bit. Yeah.
They're not city folk.
Right.
They don't belong here.
Chill.
They're not good enough.
Y'all, you people don't belong here.
No, obviously.
Yeah.
So it was Columbus Day parade. Like it has the Italian. I didn't know that the Columbus Day parade was like an Italian parade. I had no clue it was an Italian parade.
You didn't know that?
I thought it was. I was like, so I'm fucking biking to one
All
of my
the Guineas
patients'
are like,
house.
fucking what? We can't celebrate Christopher Columbus? He's the best.
So I pulled up to this parade and I was like, oh, it's the Columbus Day parade, and my fucking like New York progressive brain was like, oh, this is like an indigenous people parade.
Oh, because they changed it.
But then it was just a bunch of like Goombas walking down Fifth Ave, and I was like, oh, this is a fucking throwback, baby.
Yeah, baby. A lot of hair grease.
But I had to cross the parade. Like my patient lives on Fifth Ave. I had to cross the parade to go to work, So I'm at 72nd and Fifth Ave, and there's like cops there with barricades, and I was like, I got to cross. And they're like, you got to go down to 64th Street. And I was like, all right. So I go down to 64th Street, and they're like, no, you got to go to 66th Street. And I was like, all right. So then I go to 66th Street. I'm on my bike, and the parade's like going by or whatever, and they just let a group cross, and then they guard it back up, and they're like, yeah, you got to wait another like 15, 20 minutes before we let you cross again. And I was like, oh my God, like, fuck you people, come on. And I'm like, they're like, you can go to 72nd. I was like, I was just fucking at 72nd. And then they're like, just wait, we'll get you across 15, 20. I text my patient, I'm like, I'm going to be fucking late because of this parade, right? There's so many, so they just let a group go, so I'm like the first one, and then it's just like slowly but surely, like people are just piling into this group, and they're like, when can we go? And the lady's like, 15, it's a cop, 15, 20 minutes, and it's just more people are coming, and people are starting to get unruly, and they're like, there's a gap in the parade, can we just go? And she's like, you can't go. Like, you got to just wait. If you want to go to 59th Street, you can go under. And everyone's like, fucking whatever. And we're waiting there, I'm not even kidding, for like 30 minutes now. And people are getting fucking livid. And it's like, it's so funny because it's a parade.
Stop Italian hate, dude. This ain't helping our cause right
that's
now.
what I'm saying. There was like all these, like an Italian, it was like an Italian pop princess.
Be careful, buddy.
Went by, and she was like singing a song, and they're like, it's a parade, so they're like waving at the crowd, but like the crowd is only like unruly New York. They're like, fuck you, we're trying to go to work, let us cross. And I like Miss New York came by in like a convertible and like was doing one of these, and some guy was like, I gotta go to work, you're fucking killing me here. And they finally let us cross, and I was like, this shit is just so it's just such a New York thing where it's like no one can enjoy there's no one even at this fucking parade.
Yeah.
Because
chill, bro.
Well, you weren't there either.
I was right. I wasn't there. Right. I know. I'm like talking shit.
Yeah.
That doesn't help our. I feel, dude. Italians are just not. We don't have a good social outlook. Like people aren't like rah Italians that aren't Italian. That's not helping our cause. Like
people are. I'm pretty rah Italian. I think it's very fun that I can get all my racism out on Italians.
That's not rah Italian. That's the exact opposite.
No, because you always say that if you can make fun of a group, it's like it's a full assimilation.
You
always say full assimilation means that we can all make fun of each other.
But it's not the same if you could only make fun of Italians. Like that's the one group that you're making fun of.
You can make fun of Irish.
Make fun of a couple black guys. Mix them in. I
dare you to make fun of some Puerto Ricans.
You do it all the time.
You can make fun of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah. I don't think I could, actually.
No, you couldn't. Irish and Italians are fair game.
Irish is easy. You're right. Irish and Italian is fair game.
You can make fun of the South easily.
Yeah, but I wouldn't make fun of the South in the South.
You can't go too South. Can't make fun of Mexicans.
Well, yeah. Eventually, when you get South, you're North. You know
can make fun of Canadians.
Yeah, that's easy too, right?
They have to be white.
What a shame.
What else can you do? You can't.
What a shame. That really limits joy. I feel.
That's what I'm saying. See, look,
I
you're
do
a big
agree.
assimilation guy.
Like we're fucking around. I do feel warmer that you can make fun of. Like I like the fact that we can fuck around with Italians.
Yeah.
It just hurts that it's not that you can't fuck with everybody. I feel like people would feel happier if people made fun of them. Like I'm not I'm not a black
Lydia,
man.
you want to weigh in?
by any means. I'm certainly not a black man. There's no hiding anything. However, I would like to think to a certain point there must be at least one black guy out there who's like kind of like feels like they're missing out a little bit.
Right.
On the
A little
the
rah-rah.
humanity of everything.
Just a little razzing.
little bit of how you doing.
Yeah.
Without the now I don't have my job. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like
right,
it would be
right.
nice to feel included. I feel
That's
for those
yeah.
people.
So that, I
feel
know that's your
included as
take.
hell.
That's your take.
That is a take.
Yeah. So that's why I brought it up for you.
Right.
Also, I'll say this in terms of like you're like Italians. Where in I think it.
You say the word Italians with a little bit of a it kind of
in a
does hurt a little
derogatory
bit.
tone.
I do feel included, but I
I
also
do it
feel
on purpose.
excluded.
I'm also Italian though.
Yeah, but are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're also Puerto Rican, but I don't get that either. Like you
I would say-
if you made fun of a Puerto Rican to their face, like a real hardcore Puerto Rican, they'd be upset. I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It depends
you
on-
have to be like, but no, I'm a quarter Puerto Rican.
Well, it
They'd be
depends
like,
on what
"Fuck
I'm
you,
saying,
bro."
you know what I mean?
They'd be like, all right, ginger, like,
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you, white boy.
I don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I can't make fun of Puerto Ricans.
Right.
I could try.
You could do it.
I
You
could do it.
make fun of Puerto Ricans. It just might not end great depending on what neighborhood you're in.
That's why it's fun. It's just Italians are easy targets. But I am Italian. Dude, I'll say this. I'm the full mix there. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got the Irish in me, the alcoholism. I got the Italian, like my,
The
I remember,
appetite. You got the Italian appetite. How you
that's what I
doing?
was going to say about, so that's what I'll just go there, which is, I think Italian, you were talking about like, Italians they get shit on a lot.
Mm.
Italian cuisine, dude.
I mean, we hit a grand
No
slam.
one's topping that.
Yeah, I dare you
know
to
what
come
I mean?
for
It's
it.
like
Yeah.
pasta and pizza and the other
I had
stuff.
pizza last night. Fuck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I
it's-
mean, they don't miss. You
They
know?
don't miss. So it's we're tearing them down because they're so high up.
But yeah, but they
Doesn't
don't
it feel
get,
good to be on top?
They don't get the. I don't think like we're having this intimate conversation. I would call this an intimate conversation.
Would you?
Maybe. I feel like the appreciation for the cuisine is also it goes under the radar. I don't think people really talk up Italian food much.
No.
Anymore. I don't hear it. I feel like in New York, people are so used to good Italian food. It's like taken for granted. It's like, oh, I can get a good slice of pizza for $1 at 5 a.m. It's like I expect it. If you brought some sick pizza like to someone who, I don't know, maybe in like Wyoming, they'd be like, holy shit balls. This
I
is
used
delicious.
to hate Italians.
Right.
And now,
wow, what a people.
Right.
What a people.
Right.
Right. I feel like it's taken for granted. I don't feel like people get what Italians did to like the Northeast. Like New York is like built on Italian cuisine. The Bronx, dude, food.
we get it. You're Italian.
Thanks, man.